Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Weekend Podcast. I'm your host, Quelz, and today we're switching things up a bit and trying something new. Over the past few weeks, a few of you have sent in questions about traveling, and I thought, why not make them into full topics for the Weekend Podcast? So that's exactly what we're doing today. This week's episode is a juicy one. The question is, if you're planning to go on a trip and you're dating someone or in a committed relationship, who should actually pay for the trip? Yes, that one. Let's get into it. So here's my take on this. It depends. Now, I know that sounds like a safe answer, but stay with me here. It really depends on two things. One, the stage you're at in the relationship, and two, the financial situation of both people involved. Let's break that down. Stage one, early dating. If you've just started dating, maybe you've gone out a few times and things are going well, but you're not exclusive yet and you're still getting to know each other. In that stage, I think it can go two ways. Scenario one, if the guy is really into the girl and wants to impress her, shows that he's capable, kind, and thoughtful, then yes, he should take the lead and cover most of the trip expenses. That doesn't mean the woman only shows up with her passport and good vibes, though. Here's what I suggest: you, as the woman, can cover your plane ticket and your travel insurance. That's fair. Then he can handle like the hotel, activities, ground transportation, and maybe most of the meals. Now, if you want to go the extra mile, and honestly, I think this speaks volumes, offer to cover a few meals or a taxi ride here and there as the female. It shows consideration and partnership. It says, hey, I see you putting in effort and I appreciate it. Because let's be real, everyone wants to feel appreciated, and showing that you're willing to contribute and be fair in your own way goes a long way. Okay? Scenario two, which is the 50-50 dating aspect. Now, the other side of that coin is if you're dating, but it's more casual, or maybe neither of you are trying to impress the other person, you're just going as friends or testing the waters, then splitting the cost 50-50 can make sense. But, and this is important, if a guy genuinely likes you, sees a future with you, and wants to build something serious, I personally would not recommend a 50-50 split. Because travel in this case isn't just about money, it's about effort, kindness, and being intentional. If you're courting someone or building a relationship, that small act of "I'll take care of this" can say a lot about how you plan to show up in the relationship overall. But if you are friends, or you both just want to keep things equal with no expectations attached, 50-50 is fine. Do what works and feels comfortable for both of you. Now, stage two, the committed relationship piece. Let's say you've been together for a year or more. You're a couple doing life together and planning long term goals. At this stage, things shift from impressing to partnership. You've established your rhythm, you know each other's habits, and hopefully you've talked about finances. For this stage, I think it makes sense to share the cost, not necessarily 50-50, but something like 60-40, 70-30, or even 80-20. You get the picture, depending on your income levels and who is in a better financial position at the time. If he's earning more, then naturally he can take on a larger share. But if you're the one who's doing better financially, don't be afraid to step in and cover more. Relationships are about balance and teamwork, not keeping score. And you know what? It's not even about who paid for what. It's about mutual respect and appreciation. If you're both grateful for what the other contributes, whether that's money, planning, time, or energy, that's what really matters. So, to wrap it up, when it comes to who pays for the trip, there's no one size fits all rule. It's really about understanding where you both are in your relationship and respecting each other's efforts. Ladies, if a man treats you to an entire trip, appreciate it. Say thank you, show gratitude, and return the gesture in your own way. Maybe surprise him with an activity or cover a dinner in the future. And guys, if she offers to help, don't take offense. It's not about taking away from your role, it's about partnership and showing that she's invested as well. At the end of the day, I think the best trips and relationships are built on teamwork, communication, and mutual respect. All right, everyone. That's it for today's episode of the Weekend Podcast. If you enjoyed this discussion, share it with a friend or your significant other. Maybe it will spark a fun conversation on your next date night or trip planning session. And if you want to send in your own question for next week's episode, head over to my Instagram page, the.tastetracker, and drop it in my DMs. You can find the link in my description box. Until next time, travel smart, love intentionally, and remember, it's not just about the destination, but the journey you take together. See you next time.